Right. Let's make sure that you have an angle since you want to step on your food bowl. Let's bring up the chat. All right, guys. Damn flies. How's it going, everybody? Oh, jeez. John always on time to tell me I'm late. Hey, how's it going? Let's see how many people we got. 6 people already. Made it this time, and good to hear, Lee. Awesome. So we only got 6 people on here, so just give it a couple more minutes. Usually like to give it 2-3 minutes before starting the stream up. I'm not sure too much what the stream's gonna be about. Mainly just Q&A. I don't know. I had today off. Post office didn't need me, so I figured make a little stream today. And EU friendly, good. Yeah, I wanted to make it a little bit early. I figured on Sundays, not many people work. Usually people have weekends off, so I figured Sunday would be better at an earlier time versus a later. So pretty much, I'm just gonna be answering some questions if you guys have any, and then hanging out with my little bird. I said a couple weeks ago that she was gonna be in the stream, but then me and John, started doing the collab stuff, so she didn't really make it. So I figured I'd put her on a Sunday stream. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I did upgrade the webcam. Looks a lot better now. I think during the Alex live stream when we had him and John on, I decided to just purchase one because I couldn't stand the other one. I had a lot of problems and the quality wasn't as good. This one is a lot better. All right, I'll just put get the chat right there. Pull it down. And as you can see, the best part of having a bird, I have like newspaper laid all around because I know she's going to make a huge mess in here, aren't you? Oh, you're okay. Yeah, go bird. Well, I don't know. We got 6 people on. We can start this. So, for anyone that doesn't know, this is Annabelle. She's my African gray. Bird. She was my first bird, and she is a rescue. Go on, step up. Go on my leg. Shh. Okay, she won't go on my leg. It's okay. She is a rescue. I got her at a local pet store that I was working at. She's got a pretty sad backstory. For anyone that doesn't own parrots or doesn't know much about them, parrots usually pair off with one person that they consider their little flock mate and kind of really rely on them mostly. And while someone was picking out their own African gray, while this one was at the pet store, they were playing with her a lot while with the other one. Then eventually that bird was weaned off and ready to go home, and he stopped coming, which put a lot of traumatic stress on this little one. She began, as you guys can still see, she has a plucking issue where she plucked all her feathers out. When I got her, she was completely naked. Just a little naked chicken. Hated everybody. Didn't want to be pet by anyone. Just a very unhappy bird in the corner of a pet store. So to say, as you can see, pretty high stressed. Her feathers have come back a lot better. You can still, she's only kind of has fluff on her chest. Sometimes they won't always come back, but in this case, they grow in pretty much every year. It's become a habit at this point where she what are you doing? It's become a habit at this point where once a year she grows them all back, and then the slightest thing, ticks her off, and she'll pluck them all out and then grow them back. Usually she plucks them out in the winter and grows them in the summer. I don't know why. It just seems the way that it is, but I don't know if she just wants to hide right now. Just hide to the camera. Silly bird. But anyway, that's about the story of Annabelle. And the chat's a little quiet. Come on, guys. If you guys have any questions about birds or really anything else, I'd be feel free to ask them. It's kind of what this live stream's all about. It's just answering some questions and hanging out for a bit. Didn't really have too much planned. This is kind of a come here, kind of a spur of the moment thing. Good bird. She doesn't know any tricks. I never taught her tricks, so I know someone in the chat's going to say something about oh, yeah, good, now we're all talking about the tubs. I'm not giving away the tubs, guys. They're right here. They're all set up now and doing pretty good. I don't know. It's only been 2 days, so I can't really tell on what's doing good and what's not. They're all stressed out and just need some time to acclimate to the new homes. Yeah, John, there's like 2 people that know what's in the, well, I guess, like my wife and stuff, but two people outside of my family that know what's in the tub. Between desert bulb and tropical. John, I swear to God. John, if you say anything, I will ban you immediately. So usually, if you're referring to like, I think it's the Exoterra bulbs, they go by desert and tropical. So that's usually, they're talking about for the desert, they're usually talking about a 10.0 bulb, whereas jungle or tropical, they're talking about the 5.0. It's just I'm not like a lighting expert, so I don't know all, like the details about them, but to really sum it up, it's just about how well the wavelengths are able to penetrate and how much UVB is being exposed. So for instance, for like bearded dragons, more arid, Uromastyx, things that live in the desert, they're having a lot more exposure to sunlight, therefore they need more UVB exposure, whereas things like New Caledonian geckos, things that are more Chinese water dragons, things that you'll find more in a tropical, jungle, dense foliage setup, the UVB rays aren't penetrating as far down due to, trees. And so it just says it's a weaker output compared to that of the desert. Although if we're talking about I don't really like the Exoterra bulbs. I prefer, if you're getting any UVB and you have look in your open options, I like the Zoomed 10.0 or 5.0 or the Arcadia bulbs. They are a lot better. There's a couple of videos. People have solar meters and they measure the UVB wavelengths, and it's been shown that Zoomed and Arcadia are the top ones to go with. What are you doing? It's good bird. Oh man, this chatting ain't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought people were gonna ask me questions. I did not bring a script for this, people. I'm getting a sailfin dragon eventually, but I've been seeing people use desert UVB bulbs and do desert UVB bulb, and also do UV bulbs give plant growth, or is that only sun blasters? So I imagine people are using the desert one for sailfins just because of the arboreal cages. So if there's more UVB, is able to penetrate further down versus the 5.0. So if you have like a tall cage and you need like, say, your UVB, whatever the fuck it's called, unit, I don't know, the light socket thing is 20 inches up, you'd rather have the 10.0 or the desert one so it can penetrate further than, say, the 5.0 that'll give off within a certain X amount of inches. All right, if you don't spend 24/7 with your bird, you are a bad owner. Yes, John, that is correct. Bird groups, everyone's talking about how toxic reptile groups are. Bird groups, man, that's some pretty toxic stuff where we're talking about people that think they're experts and know-it-alls. I don't know, people probably think I'm a horrible owner, even for bringing a bird into a reptile room. I'm awful, Annabelle. I'm the worst. She's a good bird. When can we expect more Tegu videos? Would love to see. Sorry, my chat's like, it's cutting off like the last word. I need to just move it slightly. See more of them. When my Tegu wakes up, that'll probably be the time. Actually, I was thinking for Thursday's live stream, me and John are just going to talk about Tegus all the time. It's going to be the whole podcast is Tegus, because it seems no matter what I make the stream about, everyone goes back to Tegu. So you guys want Tegu content, we will give you the Tegu content, if John's okay with it. I don't know if John. I don't have any ideas for the cast other than that. Where can I get a sailfin dragon? I've wanted one for a while. Professor Herb would be the guy to talk about that. I don't know where to get a sailfin. I know he knows one guy, but I'm not sure who that guy is. He keeps him a secret. I don't know. John keeps gloating about it. He's like, I know where to get a sailfin. I'm not going to tell you. And I don't tell him what's in the tubs. A lot of people use both UVB and sunblast. Oh, sorry, I didn't answer the rest of the second part of that question. UVB doesn't. You can't use UVB as a plant light. They're two different spectrums of light. Plants don't really require UVB. In fact, it's actually slightly detrimental to them, as you can see on. I moved it. Sorry, the cage right there had a UVB bulb, but I moved it to somewhere else. And over time, once the plants get close to the UVB, it'll actually burn. What you want is a plant light. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sunblaster, though. I know the fluorescent lights are a bit cheaper. Even something like this. You're in front of me. Just like the LED, like I have the Zoom In aquarium LED lights made for fish, but they work. They have the right color temperature that grows plants. As you can see, that pothos is doing pretty damn well. If a train is traveling at 72 km on a road of 308 km on the first Sunday of July, how much time will it take to arrive? I'm ending this live stream. I fucking can't. For fuck's sakes, man. Shit, after you do a live stream with 2 or 3 people for a couple of weeks, it's pretty difficult to get back to just one person and not have this awkward silence. I don't think I thought this all the way through. Let's see. What else can we do? What can we talk about to pass the time? I need your help on this, man. I'm struggling. That's all you got? Do something cute. Do something. Come on. Do the cute thing. Well, there you have it, guys. That's the cute thing. She stares and does absolutely nothing. Good work. How hard is it to cycle a tank in a setup like a pladarium? Pladariums are difficult, man. I've set up 2 in my life in the 5 years I've been doing this, and each one's such a pain in the ass. And after a couple months, I end up scrapping it. The issue becomes, depending on what enclosure you're doing, usually people do them in an aquarium. You have to find this balance of. So I've done it with an open screen, and what happens is the water evaporates way too quickly in order to cycle it. So I'll have to refill the tank every couple of days because it loses half its water. And then I've tried covering most of the tank to make sure that evaporation doesn't occur, but then there's too much condensation and everything starts to mold. I've had one with my croc skinks used to be in a 55-gallon pladarium. I had a running stream and a waterfall in it, and everything started molding over time. I don't know, they're just headaches. Life is so much easier without them. If you're super set on it, it's difficult. I would try to start with a smaller tank. Maybe go out and buy a 10-gallon and do it just to see, because you're gonna make errors. I've made each one I have to do it 3 times because shit starts leaking. There's stuff that I need to get to that I can't get to. You have to make trap doors and everything. And one, I had to make my 55-gallon, and made it a completely false floor, and I created a little trap door where I could get in and out of the pump and the filter to switch it out if anything clogged. There's so many little details that you have to think about that it's a headache, I'll be honest. Mick Kim, how's it going, man? Or woman? I use man as gender neutral. Don't hate. This chat is giving you so much material. Great stream. It's great, man. I've gotten 3 questions. Good stuff. Keep them going. I don't know if that's sarcastic or not. I'm struggling. I know sailfins like to swim. I've been contemplating a large body of water. For a sailfin, that's a pretty large lizard, especially when they're full grown. Honestly, I would just skip trying to do a pladarium, and depending on where you are in the world, I don't know if you're USA or anywhere in the Europe, UK, stuff like that. In the USA, at Tractor Supply, they have pre-made koi ponds. It's just like a black cutout. I would just use one of those and stick it in with a good like fish filter. It's going to save you a lot of time, and I think they look a little nicer. You're going to spend like a lot of money trying to make it, like the polariums aren't hard to set up, but if you want it to look nice, that's where the money starts going in on like trying to tweak and fix every little thing so there's not like blemishes showing. I'm here to make sure you get the watch time in. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Get some watch minutes in. We're like, hang on, we're gonna do a real count, guys, because everyone's bitching at me about the bins. I got quite a few thumbs down for that video. 89 views though, so you know we're not doing bad. It's 2 out of 10 in my trending, so not too bad. But so we are at this point in time. We're at 215,133 watch minutes. I need to get to 240, so that's like less than 25. So I mean, it should only be a few weeks if I keep posting the way I'm posting, and I might start doing 2 live streams a week, or I might stick with 1. Depends if I have the time or not. Come here. Step up. Oh, you suck. Just rejected, man. If you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, what would you cook for Jeffrey? I swear to God. Adam's here just to make this more entertaining. Thinking about doing a 40-gallon aquarium and then building a 5x8 box around it. Curious about the water parameters of a large... Could you stop dropping everything? This is what a bird's like, you know, spending $20 on food and having her pick out everything until she gets the one that she wants. I mean, those are almonds, man. Those are expensive. I don't know. I feel like I would personally go with trying to carve out your own, like, a goldfish pond versus doing like some sort of because the aquarium is not going to be adequate as the lizard grows. I mean, it could work for now, but I feel like the koi and goldfish ponds they're easier to get into and out and clean, and it'll be nicer for the lizard to be able to get in and out instead of just like a big tank in there. Hey Tavian, how's it going? Blow up in subscribers? I don't know, man. I feel like my subscribers, it's the you know what it is? It's the reptile room tours. Whenever Jesus Christ, dude. God. It's the reptile room tours. Every time I post one, I go up like at least 50 to 60 subscribers. But like if we're talking like average, so like post more reptile room tours, Tavian, and get a good thumbnail, and that's really all you need to do a go for a full day live stream. I'll do that, but what I'll do is I'm just going to leave the room and you guys will just see this. And everyone just leave it, all 13 of you guys, just leave your laptops onto this stream and we'll get there in no time. I'll just leave the stream open for 4 days. We'll get there. Is your bird part cat? No. My cat's right there, though. See, this is another awful thing because I have my cat right next to my bird, and people would hate me for that, but my cat's, like, slow on the head, I guess. I don't know. She's got some neurological problems, which makes her, like, not a cat. She's strange. What? I don't know what nice way. Well, how would you say it? She's disabled. She's a disabled kitty. It would just be him staring at reptiles. Yeah, honestly, I don't have enough content to make even a 30-minute live stream. As you guys can tell, I'm struggling here. I could not do an all day. Plus, I get tired. My back usually gets sore around the 40-minute mark. That's why usually, like, at the end of the stream, you'll see me, like, doing this because my lower back's in so much pain. I'm, like, fucking up these bins also. Oh, man, this is awesome. Best chair ever. It looks awful for streams. It's not professional, but it's comfy if you lay back in it. Watch your vids when taking care of isopods to help with them. And it's so look at all these guys, man. You know, I got some good. I don't care what people say. DVCB Exotics, best fan base, way better than Professor Herp. What kind of? I think I'm bleeding. Yeah, I'm bleeding a little bit. Her nails are sharp. What kind of isopods do you have, man? I've been getting. I don't know. I'm like, we're kind of into isopods, but we're not like really going at it. And I want to get better at. They're not breeding as well as I want them to breed. I don't know if that's something on my part or it's probably something on my part. I did hit 1K. I hit 1K like 5 days ago. It's super cool. Probably the best part about it is going on to whenever I need to like share a live stream to like different. Oh, I didn't share this live stream either. You know what? I share a bunch of stuff on Facebook, but I did not share this on Facebook at all, and I still have 14 people. So I actually don't think sharing stuff to outer sites like Facebook and Instagram actually does anything for me. But yeah, I did. Whenever I have to go share my thing, I always have to log on to my channel with my other account because for some reason it won't send me the link when I'm on my phone because I'm usually on my phone, not really on my laptop. But it's really cool seeing the 1,000 instead of, you know, like the 970 or whatever I was at before. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. That's some white ice right there. Do you have any plans on future lizards that you want to add to your collection? Lee, man, I got so many plans. It's all about money at this point. I'm kind of tapped out as far as money goes. So, you know, personal funding. So I'm kind of just letting I'm gonna let the animals pay for themselves to get more. But so far, you guys can expect a gargoyle gecko soon. I have a nice. She's a beautiful. I don't know if where I put my phone. We'll pull her up real quick. This is a nice webcam now, so I can like show stuff off my phone and stuff without getting too without you not being able to see anything. Oh my God, is there a good photo? Yeah. I don't know why it makes it super orange. She's super red, and I'll be getting her whenever shipping's available. It's too cold right now. It gets into like the 20s to like I think it's supposed to be 0 on Thursday. So I'm not able to get her down here, but she is coming. So I'll be doing gargoyles this year as well. As far as that, well, actually, like with the lizards, I don't think there's much more. I'm trying to steer more towards snakes. It just could you stop? Oh my God. Yeah, you. Just give me the stink eye, man. As far as lizards go, I won't be getting too many other lizards other than monitors because monitors are badass. Don't fly. I like the monitor lizards. Take up a lot of room. It's the only thing, and they're a little pricey, so it'll be a minute before I get another monitor. I'm thinking sometime next year, either a Quince or an Argus. I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm leaning towards the Quince if I can find So my problem was I bought a Quince. It was not from a reputable place. It was from some dude that got it from some dude. It ended up not making it, and it really killed me. And so if I want to do a Quince, I either want to find someone who's doing a CB source somewhere out there or finding a captive hatch from a reputable place versus just a dude that got it from a dude. But I do like Quinces better than Arguses. I love the arboreal and semi-aquatic aspect to them. But if I can't, then I will also. I like the Arguses a lot as well, just because of the tripoding and they got little attitudes. I like lizards with little attitudes. It makes it a little more exciting than just the bearded dragon or crested gecko that just lets you pick it up. Birds poop, Adam. They do that. She poops quite often. That's why she's not on my shoulder. The red Dal male from the last video is fire. Oh, spots? Or wait. The male? So I only have one male. I guess he's red. I don't know. He's not really red. I just paired. So I don't know if you're thinking about the red patternless female, or maybe, I guess that male is kind of red. But I actually just paired both of them. Or I guess I paired them yesterday, and I got a confirmed lock like within 40 seconds of putting the male. I literally put the male in there, and he immediately started copulating with the female. So we'll have babies for sure from that pair pretty shortly. I'm going to start pairing the crested geckos now. I'm going to give the male a couple days since he just bred, and then put him with Xena, my super Doll tiger. So crested geckos will be coming shortly. The male Mexican king snake also, for anyone that doesn't follow my Facebook, I post all about updates on my projects. But the male is up now. I'm giving his first meal out of brumation tonight. I'm going to wait a week, so I want to get 2 meals into him before bringing the female up. That way, so usually during breeding season, males will go off feed just because they smell the pheromones of the female. They just want to breed. They don't want to eat. So I want to make sure he gets 2 good meals before bringing the female up. And then we'll start the breeding with them, which will be super cool. This will be my first year breeding the Mexican blacks, and I'm wicked excited for it. That's probably my most sought after project. I want to make sure that goes wicked well. I just bought a hatchling rack from them from Sea Serpents that I'll be building whenever it comes. And so I have everything that I need. I need to tweak the incubator. That's my last thing, to make sure that it can be able to heat up at that level, because I think I'm going to incubate them around 80 degrees. They can go anywhere from 72 to 85, but I like incubating a little lower, making the babies a little easier to acclimate to, the new world. I don't really want to have to assist feed week-old king snakes. That doesn't sound like a good time to me. My cat would eat the bird. Yeah, I don't know, man. My cat's she's like the friendliest thing at all. I don't know. I know everyone says oh, it's the friendliest cat at all, but the cat's disabled. It's not, I don't know. It doesn't have predator instincts, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm thinking of setting up my laptop in front of my tiger rat snake's enclosure and doing a 24 live on him. There you go, man. Get that view time, Tavian. If anyone is thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or it does have a YouTube channel and wants to know some tips from someone that's over 1,000, which I know it's kind of silly being only 50 over, but make long videos. While Adam and John were making 10, 12-minute videos, I was like, oh, people still watch them even if it's 5 or 10 minutes. So I started making 4 to 7-minute videos, and I got 1,000 subs fairly fast. I think it took me 6.5 months, but now my view time's way short. So I'm having to overcompensate for 15, 20-minute videos now, and still bring them out at the same frequency, or else if you're not accurate with your frequency and consistent, YouTube will kick you off the YouTube recommendations, and that'll go down. Then people will stop seeing my stuff. I don't know. People think that being a YouTuber is easy. It's a little difficult once you actually get into it and actually learn about all the stuff you need to, if you want to be successful and grow quickly. Too many, not enough. Oh, I have about 30 different types. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I think we have 5. I don't know. How many different types of isopods do we have?
I think we have 6.
We got 6. Dalmatians.
Dairy cows.
Powdered orange. Wild type. Dwarf whites.
And zebras.
And the zebras. That is 6. We have 6 right now. I went on a little isopod spree where I spent $200 on isopods, and then I bought one from an auction, and I spent $150 on it, and it crashed, and I lost 130 of them within the day. And then I was like, fuck isopods. I hate isopods. So I took a step back with them, because I think isopods are a great business move with them. I think wait, it's all tangled. Let me it's gonna pull a bunch of shit. They're becoming more of a popular species to keep. I see a lot more people actually opening stands that are or at expos, tables that are just doing the isopods, and they're gaining people. I see more and more people at their table every year. I think I think as a hobby in a whole, we are advancing to more where we're starting to do more bioactive and naturalistic enclosures, and with that comes isopods. So I think it's a good market to get into right now, and I might take another step in at it. What are you doing? What? That's a silly bird. But Chrissy's still very timid and only wants to flee. I hand walk him every few days, up to a minute or 2. Do you have any tips or tricks? Shy credit? Well, I guess we have shit. I moved stuff around, so Geckos used to be over here, but now these bins are here and the geckos are over here, so it's throwing me off. I think just keeping with the handling. Actually, that male Dow that I showed in the video used to be like awful. I would like open the bin to put food in. He would like run out and be all up the walls, and I had to get like a broomstick to like lead him. I wasn't like hitting him with the broomstick, but I would like lead him down with it. He used to be awful, but I just kept handling him for videos and stuff, and eventually he calmed down. So just sticking with some you're doing, just some short term holding, I think would work. Move what? Why? You do what? Oh shit! Here at DBCB Exotics, we are showing emerald tree boa feeding. I have no idea how to do that. Myself for a second. All right, so wait, is it all set up? I can just move it. All right. It's gonna be a second, folks. We'll continue on with these questions because now they're blowing up. Creeping up on 700, Tavian. That's awesome, man. Dude, your content. Like, I like watching your content because it's not like the usual like reptile YouTuber stuff where it's like, I don't know, it's even the stuff that I've been doing too, like the best beginner reptile, best enclosure. Like, you actually focus on cool topics that I actually look forward to hearing about. I like the most recent one I rewatched was the Reptile channel one. That was really cool. I was thinking about making a video on one, but I don't have the software, like the know-how to be able to like take video clips from videos and then like get like a commentary channel almost. I don't have like the setup for that. Plus I'd get demonetized, but wait, they can't demonetize you if you're not monetized already, so I feel like now's the time to do it. All right, we're going in. I'm just gonna like lift everything. Ugh. Stay here, Annabelle. I'll be back. Don't do anything. Oh man, this is gonna be good, folks. I just gotta. Oh wait, he's over here.
Mm-hmm. Can you see him?
Yeah. Awful boy or whatever. You can't see anything. No, up.
Alright, guys. That's the show.
That's the show. All right. We'll see you next time. Yeah, make sure the bird didn't go anywhere. Oh, good. You're still here. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's a heavy laptop. So, put the charger back on, so this thing's gonna die. If I don't. Come on. All right. All back and set up. Yeah, why doesn't John have any snakes? He only has like Aki monitors. I mean, what's up with that, John? Where are the snakes? You hate snakes? Is that what's going on? Oh, cool. Thank you. Do you know anything about mourning geckos? I don't. You do.
I do. What about them?
I don't know. Do you know anything about them?
They're parthenogenic.
They're parthenogenic?
They're super tiny and very hard to keep inside an enclosure.
Small boys?
They eat fruit flies and little tiny isopods and teeny tiny things.
tiny bugs for tiny geckos.
And you need more than one in order to get them to reproduce.
You need more than one.
And they come in some really cool different patterns. There's like a couple different kinds.
Colorful boys as well. That is Morning Geckos 101.
And you can house them with dart frogs.
Oh, yeah, you can house them for dart frog. That's actually what we're doing with that big enclosure that I showed off in that 1,000 subscriber special little video. We'll be doing the chat's so long, guys. I am never going to catch up. We're going to do dart frogs with morning geckos in it, and then hopefully we'll get some morning gecko pairs, and we'll, I don't know, maybe we'll start a small project of morning geckos.
Yeah,
not dart frogs. We will not be breeding dart frogs. I don't want to do that. Is it me, or is he really delayed in responding to comments? Hello, Tavian, I swear to God. So, this also YouTube, like as a whole, there's about a 20 to 30 second lag time on what I'm saying right now and actually when it's happening. I didn't know how bad it was until I actually started streaming with John. It makes it really difficult to, when I'm streaming with him, because he needs to use, I actually can't, we're not talking like face to face because he uses his cam for the video, for the streaming software instead of just using it as like a webcam. So that doesn't make any sense. But I literally have to watch a screen of me like saying stuff 20 seconds ago. It gets confusing, so it took me a while to get ahead of it. But that's the reason why the responses are slow, is because there's quite a big lag on when things are coming in. All right, where we are. Let me know when you're selling the babies. Like when you're selling the babies out of that pair. Oh, the Dow? I mean, yeah, it'll be, I don't know, it'll be a few, like summertime maybe. Usually get eggs in March, April, May, June. So probably end of June, July is usually, I like to keep them till they're about 2 or 3 grams before, that's like the minimum I like to keep before selling them off. And even then it's a little small, but don't do that. Whenever she gets bored, she'll pluck if she's on the stand. She doesn't do it in the cage. I don't know why. You knew where to get giant leopard geckos from a trusted breeder. I don't know. I don't know much about leopard geckos. I never got into leopard geckos. And I don't know. I can't really recommend anyone. I don't really know anyone working with leopard geckos anymore. Just not the focus for me currently. Oh, okay. So John you might get snakes eventually. You might get some Mexican black king snakes from DBCB Exotics. What should I do when I accidentally ate? I gotta stop reading these out loud. Make long videos, says the man who just put out a 5-minute video today. You silly goose. Yeah, I did. I tried to make it like as long as I could, but I was like, fuck, I just actually want to open the box and make that video. So I just cut it wicked short. I didn't know what else to talk about, because it was kind of like, let's open a box. Haha, fuck you, I'm not opening the box. That's pretty much the entire aspect of the video. The actual unboxing of that box is like 13 minutes long, I think, 12 or 13 minutes, so. Jesus. Where are the moderators, man? We need to... this chat's getting a little funky, man. Where are my moderators? Getting rid of these comments. Delay in the comments response. I hate that algorithm stuff. I do too, but it doesn't work. It doesn't play for me, which is, I think, why I hate it so much. It's not like I'm doing it and then... My most expensive 149. I really want to get into... Come here. You're like way over there. Come here. Here. Stand here. Step up. I really want to get into rubber duckies one day, but I want to make sure like my husbandry, I guess, or care. I want to make sure like they don't die, because I don't want to spend that much money and have isopods not make it. Opinions on Brexit. I do not know what Brexit is. If someone could explain. Comment section is not dead now. No, it's not. I actually can't keep up with it. Do you know anything about morning geckos or about breeding them? I answered that. The first 5 minutes was very dead. It was very difficult for me to come up with anything because I thought the chat would just take care of it for the hour. And then I've got 15 subscribers and doing great, almost at the 1K mark. Hey man, I'll tell you right now, the going from the 0 to 100, that is the hardest part of that's the hardest part of being a YouTuber. I mean, when I first started, I was going up like maybe 2 or 3 subscribers a week. It was wicked slow. But once you hit 100, it like, I don't know, there's like certain brackets on YouTube. And so like once you get from 100, then it starts going up a little more. And then I guess once you get to 1,000, it goes up more. But I actually haven't had my actually sub count has dropped since I hit 1,000. But yeah, hopefully it picks back up. Hopefully more people enjoy the content. I'm trying to really try to up like the production value of the content, focus a little more on editing versus filming, definitely have more animals out, and then doing some nicer transitions, a lot more B-roll, making it the quality of it a little better so people kind of either want to like, see more of my videos and then also watch a little bit longer, because I noticed my the average watch duration, people don't really watch that long of it, and I don't know if it's just because the video might get a little stale during the middle, and I want to make sure that I keep it interesting all the way through. What are the best reptile cages to keep mourning geckos in and from escaping? So I recommend like PVC enclosures, like AP Vision, things like that. I've heard even like with the Exoterras, they can crawl through the vent holes if they're small enough or like if they're young enough. So definitely recommend something like a PVC or even like a custom enclosure. I don't know what people bring them in. I've seen people use like Bulgariums, Zumed. They make Bulgariums. They use like the excess glass they use for the aquariums and make their own enclosure. Do you feed hornworms to your cresties? For axolotls, you have to take the head off for impaction. Where cresties be able to digest it with the head on. I don't see mine eating it dead and not moving. Yeah, you can feed it with the head on. I don't see any problem with that. I mean, I don't particularly feed hornworms because they're hard to find in my area, but I'll feed stuff like superworms, mealworms, roaches, crickets, and they're always alive. You forgot to tell us what's in the tub. Listen, Moses, you go back and you watch every one of my videos all the way through. We're going to hit it so much faster. I had that as a plan to like make a playlist of all my videos and then just watch them all and see if it would work. But I'm afraid YouTube's going to catch on and ban me. So I'm too scared to actually pull it off. So I'm not doing it. Oh, good. Renee's here. Hey, get rid of these. There's some weird ass comments that I don't want on here. There's some weird people. There's something about like, I don't want to get into it. There was some weird comments earlier. Will your wife be on more live chats? Let her know I love her hair. She won't. I keep trying to get her to do it, but she won't do it. But is it a common or uncommon reptile? Okay, I'll give you guys some hints. I don't know if you're really gonna guess it. I'd say it's pretty uncommon. Like, it's not like as common as say like a crested gecko or bearded dragon. It's also not a crested gecko or bearded dragon. What reptiles do you have and breed? So I currently breed a few different things. I'm like, I don't know. I like a bunch of different stuff, and so I haven't picked like what I want my thing to be. So I'm just breeding a bunch of different stuff. So I have tokay geckos, crested geckos, mountain horn dragons, a pair of red-eyed crocodile skinks, Mexican black king snakes. I think that's it. Yeah. And then soon gargoyle geckos this year. I'm going to be adding gargoyle geckos. I'm making the transition from cresties to gargoyles. I might keep the cresties along, but there will be like no more. I won't be getting more crested geckos, and I won't be focusing the financial part of the business on bringing that up. I don't see it. It's not. I mean, crested geckos are cool. I'm having a cool time, but they're not like my favorite thing, and I've kind of almost lost the spark of breeding them. Especially when you get up to like a bunch, it sort of becomes a headache when you're feeding them with the Pangea and the Rapachian. Doing the dishes, it's a pain. And as far as like marketability, God, you are just I put food in there for you to eat it, not toss it. I don't know. As far as the market goes, it's so saturated, and it doesn't seem worth it to breed them. When I see people selling them for like $30 a pop, I'm trying to figure out why I'm putting so much of a headache to be able to be like, oh here. $30. It doesn't seem worth it as far as like a business aspect. How do you feel about people getting 100K subs with comments and you're only getting 1K with a real channel? How do people get 100K with comments? What? I mean, I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty well. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. I used to like be head to head with like, not head to head, but I was like getting a little close to Adam and John. But then Adam went and got like 10,000 subscribers. Like, I don't know, within like 2 weeks. So I don't know what happened with that. So I don't know. I've only been on here. I've been even on here a year, so I think 1K is pretty good as far as a year goes. I'd like to get out 100K in like a week. So if you guys want to do that and just get me up there, that'd be that'd be swell. Watching almost every live stream full length, pushing your minutes. Oh my god. You know, I'm just like fucking around, guys. Like, you do not. Yeah, thank you. I'm not like, I don't know. I feel like some people might like be taking me seriously, and like I might be coming off. I'm just fucking around, guys. I don't really. We'll get there when we get there. You know what I mean? But we also you won't see those bins until we get there. So I don't know. I just fuck around a lot on these live streams. I don't know. I don't know. You guys are seeing me talk in chat, but I'm literally just talking to a laptop right now with my face on it. So you gotta mix it up and get a little entertaining, because it's. I have Annabelle here too. You want to come up? Yeah. Come on. Oh, you're going to run away? Oh, that's cool, too. Yeah. Oh, my other bird's wicked pissed that he's not here, too. But I don't put him in. He's going to fuck everything up if the blue and gold macaw, that's not a bird to put in a condensed reptile room. I'm working on it, T. I'm working on it just for you. In fact, I'm just going to skip all these comments and we're going to do a fresh start just so Tavian knows that I'm not delaying in the comments. I'm so sorry about the Tokay geckos, guys. Keep in mind, this is my first year doing the Tokays, and I have a bunch of eggs. I have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wait. Yeah, 10. I didn't know if she laid another clutch. It looked like she was getting gravid, but I have a bunch of eggs. They're taking a little bit longer than I suspected for incubating. I've heard 90 days, but we're pushing 115 now, and they're vital. I mean, they're fertile and they're good, but they're just taking a while to hatch. Starting point it depends on morph, but I won't be selling most of my morphs. I'll be holding on to a lot of them. But for normals, I'm selling them for $75. What's the worst bite? Sorry, my throat. I'm trying to figure out. There is a water. Hang on. While this thing is blurry. I left the water in here from the last live stream. You're talking for 48 minutes straight, man. It hurts your throat. Here, you want a drink? Get a drink. Okay. Well, here, I'm just gonna dump it out then. I need it back. Thank you. So as far as reptile bites go, I've actually only been... Actually, that's not true. I've been nailed a few times by my lizards. As far as snakes go, I've only been bitten once by my red tail when she was like 5 foot. It kind of sucked, but not the end of the world. I don't know. I haven't gotten like bad reptile bites. Like, people talk about like they broke a finger, or like, they had to go get stitches. Like, none of that's ever happened to me. I've gotten a couple bites from like my quince, or my tegu's bit me a few times, but it's never been like, I've never been like, oh my god, I put a band, or in most cases I just put some Neosporin on it and I call it a day. So it's never been yeah, she is. She's making a huge mess over there. I gave her food because I thought, I want to entertain her so she doesn't like try to pluck or anything. But yeah, she's just throwing everything on the ground. I just swept in here too. But yeah, I don't really have like a worse. I guess my tegu maybe, because he started like thrashing and my thumb bled for a little, but it was really nothing. I mean, they're all small at this point. They're all babies. I guess Viv's getting inside, so sorry, my mustache is like, can get that mustache wax in there. Make sure it keeps going in my mouth. I don't know why. Moving on. was the macaw? Oh yeah, actually, you know what? The worst bite, actually, yeah, the macaw. The macaw has to be my worst bite. Oh, reptile and amphibian, yeah. Do frogs hurt? I don't know. I've been bitten by a frog, but like nothing happened. Yeah, my macaw bite. He grabbed me right here and like fucking crunched. I thought it wasn't. It didn't end up breaking, but I thought for sure it was broken. That was the worst pain that I've been. I have a few scars like on my chest, my gut, a few on my hands, my arms from him. Actually, on my tattoo, there's like a little spot right here. His beak went deep enough into my arm where it actually got rid of all the ink. So there's just like a blank spot on the moth. That was great. Yeah, that bird is he's made a lot of progress from when I first got him. How do you keep your live insect feeders alive? And pros and cons to tokay geckos. My tokay geckos bite. They do bite. I wear gloves and I pretty much just let them bite me. So it's a lot easier to move them. They like move around a bunch. Most of mine are imports, although they're kind of half and half. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are imports, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4 are not imports or captive bred. So they all have attitudes. They all bite. And I don't know. As far as like taming tokays, I've been working a little bit on it. They're definitely not like the hand tame you guys see in like the YouTube and the Facebook. There's so much behind the scenes that you're not seeing that it's so misleading. People are like, "Oh, look how good my tokay is," but like that's just a screenshot. It's just like one snippet of the situation. I could hold any of my animals. I've had like my reduced pattern runs up and down is crazy, but there's one point where it'll like stop on my arm, and I could totally just take a picture of that and be like, look how tame my tokay is, and really he's not. So I don't know. If you're talking about like, I don't believe tokay geckos are definitely not. They're a little more for like, if you're talking about handling and wanting to tame them down, I think they're a little more for like the advanced keeper. You look so pretty. Look how good you're being. Girl. But as far, I don't know. They make beautiful display pets. They're so intelligent as far as the gecko goes, like crested geckos. They just like look at you like they got 2 brain cells in their fucking skull. Like they're so aware. Like every single one of my tokays right now is either hiding from me or I've got my reduced pattern, big red, and one of my pattern lists just like keeping an eye on me, and they're constantly like wary and like checking me out. They're cool. They're super intelligent as far as geckos go. I personally love tokay geckos, and I got into the project just because of the intelligence and how cool they are with just being more of aware. And then, of course, the parental instincts. I can't wait to see if these fucking eggs ever hatch. I do feel bad. I have like 2 or 3 people that are hitting me up like every couple of weeks asking for tokays. They're coming. They're taking their sweet time. As far as keeping live insect feeders, it's pretty straightforward depending on what you're going with. Just make sure you have a water source, whether that be water crystals or water. Anything like that. All right, hang on real quick. We're going to ban this dude. I don't need this. Remove. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my first banning, guys. Are you ready? Boom. Banned. That was my first banning. I don't know what that is. Yeah, we don't need that on this live stream. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was fucking lame. God, my first bot, man. You made it when you get people fucking spamming stupid shit on your live stream. Anyway, as far as live feeders go, it really depends. If you're talking about like dubia roaches, really just a water source like water crystals, a sponge, or a shallow water dish. I use water crystals. Personally, fresh veggies, which is easy if you own like bearded dragons or any type of omnivore reptile, you should have stuff lying around. And then I'd use also chick chow, or chick kibble. I can't remember what it's called. It's for like baby chickens. I just sprinkle some in there. They seem to enjoy that. Dubias are really easy to keep. I'm starting to get the hang of crickets. I was putting crickets in tubs and they kept dying. But I think there wasn't enough ventilation, so now I have them in a 20-gallon aquarium. So you can put them in a 10-gallon. I just had a 20 lying around, and they all are alive, and I haven't had one die yet. So like, I think I'm starting to get the hang of keeping crickets. Yeah, that is good actually. I have been on here over a year, and Not at 700 yet. You are doing great. Oh shit, man. I don't know. I've been really striving. I started the YouTube channel and I got like hooked on it. And I've been really striving. I put quite a few bucks in everything, even when like with the webcams and everything. And of course, my amazing fiance Renee got me that the Canon camera for my birthday, and that really brought it to the next level. Huge shout out for her, for everyone that's listening. She really brought this, because I was filming on my phone before that, and they got a lot better as far as that goes when the camera comes. But even like stuff like I pay for a subscription for like editing software and like thumbnail software. It's like you put a lot of money on something that that's why I'm like so excited to get monetized, so I can start seeing a return on this. Because so far, like, I don't know, I probably pay a good I paid a good couple of bucks on doing this. I don't know what they I use it like a podcast, listening while doing things. If you do how did you guys like the last podcast I did with John and Alex? I really want to center my streams more around that than than like doing it like this, where I'm like answering questions and it's kind of like dead. I want to kind of center it more where like it is like an interview / podcast thing, and it's a little more fluid, where I have like some questions available or like at the top of my head where I'm able to spin them off, and it's a little more like fluid, I guess, and organic is the best word I can use, instead of like pausing, reading comments, answering. I think that's the direction I want to see this, or at least with these streams that I'm doing, not necessarily the single ones, but the ones with John. I want to bring guests on and talk a little bit more about it as far in like a podcast dinner. We don't have a guest for this one. Maybe I'll try to find someone real quick. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, well, I'll do a poll real quick in the chat, and as soon as I get to him, that'll tell me, because I got a little part back. Would you guys rather on Thursday do just talking about tegus, me and John talking about tegus, or do you want me to find a guest? It'll probably be a reptile breeder. I don't know about who yet. I have a few that I'm like pretty sure would be down to do an interview. Whether they're available on the Thursday at 6 is a different question, but it depends. So like interview / podcast or tegu talk. Let's see the chat, what we got on that. And I fucked up. Yeah, the fuck is that guy, dude? Can I ban him? Like, I want to actually like get him off this chat. Because I hit him. Where's the ban, man? God. He has a swastika tattoo. Dude, what happened here? What the fuck is this? Fucking bots. Racist. Show us your arm. Prove you don't have any. I mean, like, I got like this shit. And I mean, I guess, and then, I got like, I mean, the best, like, you can call me like a Satan worshiper, because I got, it's like some pentagrams going on. I got the Grim Reaper, but, oh yeah, I have some snakes on my head. But yeah, no swastikas, guys. Sorry about that. This is not a racist channel. Oh, actually, yeah, we're gonna hide this. I'm banning everyone that's starting this shit. I don't need this. We don't need this on the stream. There we go. Unsub, I swear to God. Did I disturb some of these viewers, John? What the fuck's been going on? Good job, John. John and Renee, we got the mods on here. John and Renee really stepping up, making sure that we don't have stupid shit on the chats. Oh, do people actually think? Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I just showed all my tattoos, so no, not a racist. This is a classic bot spamming. If people don't know what bot spamming is, that's people think I have a swastika, man. This chat's crazy. Do you think that I really need a bachelor or another degree to enter in the animation business? I don't really want to be animated. Hey, don't do that. Shh. Don't do that, silly bird. Go eat some foods. You like the foods. I mean, like, as far as I don't really know much about the animation business, so that's really not my thing. I wouldn't know. Yeah, good bird. Do you ever go outside and herp? Actually, I do want to. It's been cold in Maine, but I don't know. I thought it'd be cool to make a little herping video. I see a bunch of people do it like in cool places. Maine, I don't know. Does Maine have cool, like, are there cool reptiles in Maine? There's a lot of cool reptiles in Maine, so I don't know. Maybe we'll try some herping videos out, or maybe I'll just go do it. But I don't do it as much as I would like to. Yo, dead ass, what's going on with this chat, man? These moderators are fucking on par. You guys are working hard on this one. I don't know what the fuck's going on. See, they tried to sneak in with YouTube moderator, but that didn't fool me. I don't see the wrench on it. What reptiles are hardest to keep with finding food or housing for it? Game lizards are pretty hard, I guess, because their diet consists a lot of like snails. Although I heard people actually, that's more of like, as you get like captive born, they don't really rely on snails as much. But if you have a picky one, they can need snails, which is hard to find as like in bulk. And then they're a pretty large animal. I guess like most large monitor species are a bit more difficult just because of the food intake that they have. Usually people want to feed their monitors whole prey items instead of just like ground chicken or even chicken parts. They want to feed like whole rats and things like that. So it can get a little tricky with food. And then of course they need usually custom wooden enclosures when it comes to housing for larger species. I feel like more people are going to get banned. We're on a ban streak, man. I'm not able to get to them. Don't feed trolls. I don't know what's happening. What the fuck? Yeah, I have one. I have a on my head. I have a. It's kind of growing out now, but I have a bush pit viper. That was probably. I guess it wasn't my most painful tattoo, but it wasn't fun. And I think that's my only one. I want to get definitely more. I want to do like full leg sleeves of all my animals. I just haven't had the money. I want to start on my throat and maybe get like some on my face, get my hands first before I start working on my legs. What are best cages to keep reptiles in, tanks or bins? Depends on the species. Oh yeah, I didn't put one of my. I had one in, but not the other. I lost one of them. It really depends on the species, what you're looking at. So more of like arid species, I like in tanks because there's better air ventilation versus in tubs. You have to kind of create your own ventilation. But as far as like anything that's tropical, oh jeez, it's breeding season for African greys, and so Annabelle likes me a little too much. She's regurging on me because that's a fun bird thing to do. So you got to ignore that behavior. Don't do that. I like using bins for more tropical species. As you can see, I use them for my geckos, and then use it for a few other things. But I like the bins a little better. If I feel like if you only have like one pet, the tank thing isn't really too hard, and tanks do look like these look a little better than having like these just sprung out your house or in your reptile room. Although like the more I'm getting into this, the more I'm using bins versus tanks. So the bins are starting to catch up. Hey, Jackie, how's it going? What expo did you just go to? See, okay, so now I'm caught up with the channel. I haven't been able to see any of the comments. I'm just getting a bunch of deleted messages and hidden channels now. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna subscribe. I can't do it off of here, but I'm gonna subscribe to you right now, the Jersey Herper. I like finding small YouTubers, and I don't know. I think their content's a little more fun than the usual people, like the usual like pet tubers and stuff. Yeah, 17 subscribers. There you go, man. Everyone subscribe to the Jersey. Subscribe. Everyone subscribe to the Jersey Herper that's on here. It's you just go. It's really easy on like when you're not doing the stream. Just go there and hit subscribe. Real easy. Help people out, man. Herp, that's Reptiles channel. Shit. What? Jackson, Tennessee. That's a pretty good one. I don't know. I'm probably actually like to be honest. I don't know what's going on with the chat, and I was really intending this to be an hour, so I actually got some dinner plans with the family here pretty soon. So we got to head out to like 40 minutes away. So I'm gonna start wrapping up. I don't know. I apologize about what the fuck's going on with the chat, guys. I I don't know what the fuck's going on, but you know, we got some great moderators on here. Like, give a huge shout out to Professor Herb and Renee for stepping up because I'm not keeping track. I'm not like going fast enough. So you'd have a bunch of people thinking I'm racist. Where we had one person like, "Show me your arm." Like, fuck off. I'm not racist. I don't know. Just to put the clear there. No swastika tattoos on these arms, gentlemen. Just music notes and demons and spiders. One spider. Oh man, that's some crazy shit. I read a cellophane gets delivered. You should put it in a dark in a shower with hot water. Damn it, marbles! Get out of here! Just like fucking up the lights, man. Pillow moss is dope. I have some that I've had in an enclosure for like, I don't know, 7 months now, and it's still doing good. I actually have one in there too. That one's kind of doing bad, but there's one in the back of the tree frog one that I've had for a bit that's also doing well. Oh my god. Just chilling on the newspaper. That's a bed now. I swear to God. All right, we're gonna finish up these chats and then I'm gonna head out. Thanks, man. I'm going to get out a lot more videos once it gets warmer. You're subscribing me. So, hey, man, anytime, man. I love helping out. Small YouTubers. We gotta stick together, man. We gotta help each other out. I look forward to watching some of the videos. I love watching herping, especially like Jersey. Jersey's not too far from me, so it'd be cool thinking like around this area. You know what you get to find. Thanks for answering my questions. No problem, man. Anytime. That's what this live stream is about. Do you have a favorite furry, pet, or reptile? It's probably you. I'll be honest. You're a headache though, but you're pretty cute. Let me fix that. There you go. I go kind of slow. She still freaks out. Yeah, probably the African gray. I've had her for years. I don't know. Are you going to make any other stream that is eat your friend? Okay, so yeah. So like real quick, like what's well, I don't know. Say it, guys. I have to figure out to me. What does like around this time work, or maybe like a little earlier? Well, I think 3. I could do like 3 o'clock on. I usually work on Sundays, but I get off. It's usually a half day, so I can probably make it for a 3 o'clock live stream for like. I'd probably do it around an hour. So if that works for everyone in like the EU area, that would work for me. I can't do it a little earlier because that is usually work. I try Saturdays, but sometimes I work on Saturdays, so it would kind of be. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I could try doing some on Saturdays if that works for people, like earlier, just doing like a quick, like I'd probably like get up and start streaming for an hour. I could try that, but it's some Saturday, like next Saturday I can't do it because I work, but you making fun of me? I'll definitely try to be a little more. I'll try making a stream for some of our European people because I know there's actually a few of you. Yeah, my work. It's a great thing about my work too. They actually have they're closed on Sundays, so it's perfect. So I get every Sunday off. But I work a part-time job at the post office. Still, I do like the Amazon the packages day. They call it Amazon Sundays. All right, guys, I am going to log it off. Hope you guys enjoyed little Annabelle. I don't know. She'll probably come out more on these streams just because she gets to get out and see everybody. You guys see the reptile room? You like it? No words? She says words. She just won't say it in front of people. Yep, so sorry. I usually give a reminder on my live streams a couple hours before on my Instagram and Facebook, both at DBCB Exotics. I post them to the story. I don't forgot. This is kind of a spur of a moment idea. But yeah, that's pretty much. Hey, Ben's Pets, we're logging off. I'm so sorry. But Thursday, no one gave me. I don't know which one I'll do. I'll either find someone for an interview. I'll do a Tegu talk with John. I don't know yet, but no one answered me on that question. All right, guys. So Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing me and John will be doing a live stream. Maybe someone's there. Maybe we're just talking about Tegus. I don't know yet. But other than that, we are logging off. Thank you for coming. And yeah, I'll post. There'll be a new video tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So hope you guys all had a good time. And until next time.